Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Beldin. Today we're going to be painting a piece from Pink Studio. I will have the links for his Patreon down below. This is Beauty Queen Etna from the video game series Disgaea. If you have played it, then you are probably familiar with this character. If you have not played it, she's a demon character who works for Laharl, who is a demon prince. She is one of his vassals, and she has vassals that work for her that are called prinnies, and that's what that little penguin-looking dude down there is a prinny. Most of the pieces have a lighter color, so I went with a white base. And I'm just doing a simple white coat with my airbrush. It was giving me a lot of trouble, as it usually does. It's an inexpensive airbrush, but it works. I would love someday to upgrade to an Iwata, Iwata, if I'm saying that right. I would love to upgrade to one of those someday, but as of right now, it's not really in the budget, so I work with what I have. Although this is the first video I am using my new paint box. I purchased all the parts from a local hardware store, and I built it the other day, so I'm pretty excited. The lighting turned out really well. I still got to figure out the camera angle a little bit better. You'll see in this video there's a little bit of a clip in the top right and left corner from where the camera was set up. So I'll try to adjust that in future videos. I came in with a yellow base because a lot of these pieces are going to end up red or have a purplish hint, so that yellow really helps the reds pop out. I'll do the ankles, the knees. I'm trying to highlight any place where there's a bend or a fold in the skin, some place where you might get like a little bit of highlights in the flesh. After painting enough of these pieces, I get somewhat of an idea where I should be layering those first shadows, but it does take time. And eventually, with enough practice, you'll see your pieces slowly start to shift and change and get a little bit better. Come in a little bit later here, and I have the wings where I'm highlighting some of the wings up. There's two sets of wings. There's smaller wings for Etna, and then there's some larger wings that are going to go on the back of the prinny. I tried to go with a more of a redder purple shade for Etna herself. She is a demon princess, and I feel like when I was looking at pictures of her and trying to go from memory, she definitely had more of a red appearance, where the prinnies focus much more, I think, on the purples and blues. With the prinny, I came in with a dark blue, and I dropped in a little bit of blue violet there just to give it a hint. I don't know if it showed up much once I mixed it all together. I did end up using my silly putty to mask. It worked fairly well, but I got pretty aggressive, and you'll see some of the blue overlapped onto the prinny's legs. We'll come back in with some white and fix that up a little bit later. Moving on, I'm starting with some red on her hair. The first few times I painted with the red, I thinned out the red paint a little bit too much and got a really watery coat. I let that dry and I came back with a thicker paint, and I was able to get a much finer spray. I was really happy with how it turned out. So with Pink Studio, this is, I believe, the second piece I've done by him. I did one in previous video, Shylily, and I'll put the links below to that. I painted a couple of his pieces, and now that I've painted a couple, I really like the models, but the default size of them is small, so I think I could safely scale them up by double and get a pretty solid looking piece. I did end up painting her face and spent quite a bit of time on her face, and with the new paint box, the entire time I was painting her face, the back of my head was in the video, so wasn't able to use that. We come in a little bit later and we're doing some touch-ups, just some final sprays before we're about to assemble the piece. As I said, it's a smaller piece, so it felt like this one came together pretty quick. Now I'm working on the belt. I came in with the belt and there was a bunch of tiny little seams, leather seams, so I'm coming in with my paintbrush, and I've one of my smaller paintbrushes, and I'm just lightly, gently touching up the belt as I'm painting it up. I do the buckle a little bit here. I paint it with some black, and then I come in with a brass layer afterwards. A few pictures for the display for the final result when it's all completely assembled. And if you made it this far, thank you very much for staying to the end and watching it. You are awesome. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.